There are four main enemies every man must conquer or be ruled by. These enemies are not outside of you, they're inside of you. And until you face them, they will quietly destroy your life. Now, in this video, I want to go through the four enemies of masculine leadership every man must face. These four areas, if not faced, you will find yourself in a bath of shit. This is your chance right now to look at these areas and reflect on how you can overcome, but also how to face them effectively and bring awareness of where all this has come from. So the four that we're going to go through today are here: comfort, confusion, compromise, and cowardice. So the first one being comfort. We understand this already, that you'll see in today's day and age. You'll notice that a lot of men right now are quite soft. They're passive. They just let things slide. They're not really manly anymore. And we find things to really suppress these emotions that we just don't know how to deal with. And we find sedations like porn, gambling, gaming, scrolling, and these things are fueling us from another source. It could also be drugs, alcohol, and because we're just not happy within ourselves, we find comfort with dealing emotions that we can't handle. So how do you overcome comfort? Well, comfort is very easy to find yourself into. It's that lovely warm bath that gives you that instant gratification that you just sit in all day long. The problem with it is over time, it becomes something that always runs your world. It gets worse as the days go on because once one thing you did, you need to accumulate and multiply it to get the same feeling, or possibly need more of it to escape even more emotions you're not wanting to face. So firstly is understanding, where are you feeling the urge to go into comfort? So for example, when I was stressed the fuck out all the time, one of my biggest sedations back in the day was porn, or it could be gambling. So if I wasn't ahead in my business, I would find myself looking for a quick fix in gambling. If I was stressed the fuck out, I would find myself looking at porn to kind of sedate and numb the feeling of emotions that were heightened so I could feel nothing. But the problem here is that as you do more of these sedations, these start to add up, and heck, that's where my life took a massive turn in the wrong way. So start looking at what is it that makes you feel comfort and start being disciplined, making choices on the other side. Men, you need to step up. There's no secret into moving in the other direction. It's the same on how you got where you are. Watching porn for me once every now and again turned into a few times a week, turned into daily, turned into multiple times a day when I was younger. The problem with that is it started with small steps. You'll need to have small steps to get out of sedation at the same time. Obviously, cold turkey can be quite difficult, but you got to make the commitment to say, this is no longer who I am, and I will fight to overcome this so that it doesn't shape my reality down the line, because that is your inner game. The next one is confusion. There's no direction. Now, if you're someone that doesn't feel like you have purpose or doesn't know where you're going, like this is your area. Now, for me, God gave us purpose. And whether or not we need to find it or not, to me, it's already within us. We've already been gifted what our, gift is. And it's up to us to act on it. It's nothing really to find when it's already within you. So the way to overcome confusion and distraction is to have direction where you're heading. Be affirmative. Make decisions in real time. Understanding that when you feel confused, you just have lost your way. You don't feel like you're going in the direction that you need to be heading, but that's where distractions come in, because now you're trying to find purpose in other areas. Now you have a subconscious program that thinks that if I stay here and link it with my sedation, now I've got some sort of meaning subconsciously, and now you've got direction in a very bad way. So if you don't squash the comfort and then not finding direction, you're a lost puppy in the woods, not knowing where the fuck you're going. The third thing is compromising. You currently have values right now. And if you don't, have a look at yourself, because there's things you prioritize and there's things above all else that mean more to you than other things. So have a look at what your values are. If you value yourself as a hard worker, if you value yourself as a good family man, if you value yourself as someone that gets shit done, holds integrity, okay, and you may slip up here and there with sedation and things like that, but overall, you're doing what needs to happen. You cannot find yourself in places like this where you justify and compromise those values. You can't say you're a hardworking man and then constantly lazy and put your feet up every day. Like that, there's a place for that. But at the same time, you can't contradict yourself in those values. Because if you start doing that, you're starting to battle yourself. And when you battle yourself, you'll find ways to loop it back and link it to your justification to feel better about why you've compromised. When you make a decision, you have to follow through. Just do it, because that's your integrity here. This is your word. Your word is your bond. And if you follow through, you start to feel good about yourself, which leads to overall confidence over these 4 enemies that you need to face. So start looking at where you're compromising in your life and start making decisions to just get this done. This was implemented in my day today. I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning. It is now nearly 2 p.m. I haven't stopped, and I was about to compromise giving value to you men. But I still showed up and made it happen. Do I always win? Not all the time in certain areas, but it's these 1%ers that are going to change the game for you. So lack in this, you'll have a lot more structure and confidence in what you do on a day-to-day basis. Now, the cowardice is avoiding the hard truths. This is the delusional part. After all these 3 have been shown to you, you get to a point where you just make excuses. You're just in a position where you're just like, you know what? This is the reason why I'm like this. You're blaming now. You're avoiding the awareness of what's in front of you. And that awareness is trying to knock on your door to say, hey, you're making a fuck up. It's time for you to step the fuck up and make a change that's going to serve not only you, your wife, your kids, your family, your future. Think of that legacy that you have there in front of you that only needs a choice to start today. So make these decisions to avoid this area. Stop avoiding these hard truths and actually make a change. So you need to face, you're getting attacked every day, comfort, confusion, compromise, cowardice. These are the 4 main areas that are going to crush your life, 100%. Avoiding these, but facing them first is the key. Once you understand where you're going wrong, you can implement changes immediately. If you need help with that, I'm more than happy to guide you on this. Now, the world doesn't need more men in pain. It needs more men who will fight back. Are you willing to fight back on this? Because right now, you might not feel like this is a battle, but it's killing you inside. Think about 5 to 10 years from now. If you kept all of this up, where is your relationship going to be? Where is your relationship with yourself? How are you going to show up as a man? Are you going to get weaker or stronger with these habits and behaviors that you hold currently? It might feel innocent today, but every rep that you do that keeps you closer to softness, passiveness, and weakness is only going to destroy everything and everyone in your life. You've got a massive responsibility right now. And if you don't make the change today, your future and everyone that you love around you isn't looking well. So if you want to make a change on this, I need you to DM me immediately, leader. And we're going to map out a plan around these areas to see whether or not you not only have what it takes to make the shift, but to actually bring awareness to your shit so you can actually change today. Not tomorrow, today. So if you need help, reach out now and I'll be more than happy to help. Now, if you've liked this video, give it a like, share it to a friend, subscribe if you want to see more of this, and I'll be more than happy to share even more videos when the time is right. For now, you have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon. See ya.